Hey, Jack, can you talk to Alice? I think, she should get married considering her age.
Huh? Why?
Why don't you understand? How old do you think Alice is? She's already in her late 20s. She's 28.
Alice is independent and responsible. I have nothing more to say. She grew up to be a wonderful woman. Let her do whatever she wants.
We have to do something before she reaches 30. Let me tell you, we women shine the most in our 20s. You're a guy. You don't know anything, do you?
If men are to judge, I think we know better.
Stop nitpicking.
If Alice doesn't want to get married, we shouldn't force her to. She'll find the right one soon, and we shouldn't meddle in her business.
Don't you want a grandchild, honey?
I do, but I also don't want to pressure her or anything. Even if you pressure her to get married, she's the one to make the final decision.
Alice's childhood friend already gave birth to her second child.
Good for her.
Her classmates and childhood friends are all getting married and giving birth. Alice should be doing the same.
It's her choice. If you annoy her like this, she'll feel more stressed and won't want to get married.
I knew there would be no use talking to you.
Then why did you talk to me about it in the first place?
I'll be in charge. I'm gonna make her get married. My friend actually told me about a nice gentleman who was finding a partner. She said he might be the one for Alice. Alice doesn't have a boyfriend now, does she? I'll arrange a date so that they can meet each other.
Wait a minute. Does Alice know about this?
Not yet, but I've already decided to make her go on a date. I can't let my friend down.
Aren't you being a bit selfish? Why do you want her to get married all of a sudden?
I've always been worried about her. I was always planning to get her married as soon as possible.
Really? You weren't this eager to make her get married?
Doesn't matter. I'm gonna arrange a date for her. Be prepared to meet her future husband, Jack.
Wait, we should ask Alice about this first. Who's Alice meeting anyways? Do I know him?
No. My friend who I hang out often with told me about this gentleman, so you don't know him. He's 45, but he looks pretty young. And he has his own company. Isn't it wonderful?
Huh. 45 years old.
Yes. Is there anything wrong?
He's about the same age as us. He's far too old for Alice. At least find her a better partner who's around the same age as her.
Why? I bet she prefers older men. She has a calm and gentle personality. She won't get along with young guys. He's the best match.
Alice is a fan of young male idols, though.
That's a different story. She'll love him, don't worry.
Elise, you have to ask Alice before you decide everything on our own.
Unless she agrees, I won't be meeting this guy. Oh, but I already told my friend that Alice would be meeting him.
What are you doing?
Jack, you have to understand, if I don't do anything, Alice would stay single for the rest of her life. Just believe me, okay? Her life is in my hands. Jack, are you there? Why aren't you replying?
I'm still working, Elise. I'll call you back later.
It's urgent. Alice is not answering my calls.
I bet she's still working, too.
She hasn't replied since yesterday. I'm getting worried. Do you think she's okay?
Yeah, I think she's perfectly fine. She called me this morning.
Uh-huh. Why hasn't she replied to me yet?
I guess she's angry at you. You took her to meet this random guy.
I need her to reply if she's gonna date him or not. He's waiting for her to make the decision.
I thought she said she didn't want to marry him. She just met him to make you happy, Elise. I think you should thank her for coming to the date.
I believe that this marriage is the best for her. He might be a little older than her, but they'll make a great couple. He was a nice gentleman, don't you think?
I don't know. To be honest, it creeped me out to imagine him being my son-in-law. He's over 40, but he treated Alice like she was as old as him. He said it was easier to talk to older women. That's not something he should say to her daughter who's in her 20s.
I think he meant to praise her.
If so, he's pretty rude and lacks consideration. Elise, Alice doesn't want to get married. You have to respect her choice. Tell him honestly that he wasn't the right one for Alice, okay?
It's best for Alice to marry someone older than her.
That's your opinion. It's up to Alice. You have to respect her. Stop doing whatever you want. She's a grown adult and capable of choosing for herself.
I'm just worried. I think it's best for her to marry someone rich. I don't want her to get married with a normal employee like you. I'm her mother, and I love her, and I don't want her to face any hardships.
Does that mean you faced a lot of hardships marrying a normal employee like me?
No, it's not like that. Can you tell Alice to reply to me as soon as possible?
I don't think I'll be any help.
Can you be a little more helpful?
You're acting weird recently.
How?
You suddenly started pressuring Alice to get married, and you also visited her room without telling her. You're being weirdly obsessive these days.
Really? Isn't it normal for a mother to worry about her child?
You're just worrying too much in my opinion.
I'm worried about my daughter who's about to turn 30 but still hasn't found a good partner. All mothers would be worried in my situation, unlike you, who's uninterested in his daughter.
I'm considerate of her in my own ways. She works for a decent company and makes her own living. I think she's doing perfectly fine, and I'm proud of her. I told you the same thing last time.
You still have a job left to do as her father, Jack. You have to look after your daughter until she gets married. Make sure to give her some advice about getting married, okay? She won't be able to find a better husband than the gentleman she met the other day. Jack, where are you? I thought it was your day off today.
I'm out to get my transcripts.
What transcripts? Like, transcripts of the family register?
Yep. Is there anything wrong?
Yeah, can you call Alice? I need you to call her right now. I can't believe she did it without telling us.
Did what?
She moved out of her apartment. Our daughter moved into a different apartment without telling us. You have to tell her that this is unacceptable. I arranged her a date with her future husband this week. I can't believe she just disappeared without telling me.
Oh, about that. I told her to move. Also, I won't be living with you anymore.
Huh? You told her to move? What do you mean?
You heard me right. Both me and Alice are breaking relations with you. I'm here to get my transcripts so that I can fill in the official documents asking for a divorce.
What are you saying?
Let's get divorced, Elise.
Why do you want a divorce? Your daughter is about to get married.
It's all your fault. Alice moved out and we're getting divorced because of you.
My fault?
We know everything, Elise. You wanted Alice to marry a rich old man for money, right?
Money was not the only reason. She'll live a happier life if she marries a rich man.
Elise, be honest with me. You're in debt.
What? What are you talking about?
Be serious with me. We know everything you've been hiding from us. Alice called me a few weeks ago. She said she was giving you money for the past few months. She called because she was worried that my job wasn't going well.
Huh?
I never expected you to ask Alice for help, telling her that we were struggling because my pay was reduced. I can't believe you've been asking Alice to give you $1,000 a month for financial support.
You're misunderstanding, Jack. I wanted to find the best possible partner for Alice, so I had to spend money to meet new people and maintain good relationships with them. You know, Alice has a pretty high salary.
Stop lying to me. Your reasons are ridiculous. I know you have a lover. You've been seeing him for more than 5 years, if I'm not wrong.
What are you saying?
You also withdrew some money from our savings for him. You got scared that I might find out, so you started borrowing money. But you still needed money, so you decided to ask your own daughter for help. You wanted her to get married with a rich guy so that he could support you financially.
No, he's not my lover. He's an investor who I'm close to. He's just teaching me stuff.
Stop lying, Elise. We have proof that you were having an affair with him.
Proof?
I hired a detective to find out the truth. I'm divorcing you. Leave our house as soon as possible.
All right. I honestly don't care. He asked me if I wanted to get together with him. I always wanted to dump a broke employee like you. Bring me the divorce papers. I'll sign it for you.
No more excuses, Elise?
There's no point of making excuses. You two decided to leave me. I can't think of you as my family anymore. I don't need you in my life. I'm better off without you, Jack.
Elise, make sure you move out of the house by the end of the month. The new owner will move in soon.
Hey, Jack, I wanted to discuss about our relationship.
Our? You mean the relationship between you and your lover?
No, about me and you.
Me? We're already divorced.
But we were married for 30 years. We had our ups and downs. But we made a pretty good couple, don't you think?
I don't know. I always thought so, but I don't know now. You were cheating on me all this time.
I wasn't cheating, to be exact. I was never serious about him.
What? You said you always wanted to dump a broke employee like me. Aren't you getting together with him?
I never meant to say that. I lost my temper. I wasn't being serious.
Oh, I see.
Jack, I never wanted to get a divorce. I want to get back together with you. I want to go back to the old times when we loved each other.
Elise.
Jack, I'm so sorry. I know I hurt you a lot. But I promise never to betray you again. You will be the only one I love.
Are you stupid? Don't make me laugh.
Uh-huh.
You want to get back together because he dumped you, right? I'm genuinely shocked. You'd been cheating on me for so many years and even asked your daughter for money. How can you beg for forgiveness after everything you did?
Why do you know that I broke up with him?
Oh, don't you remember? I hired a detective. Your lover seemed to have several girlfriends. And he lied to all of them like he did to you so that they'll give him money. He sometimes lied, saying that his company went bankrupt. To sum it up, he's a fraud.
Why? Why didn't you tell me this when we got divorced?
Why should I tell you?
I was tricked and used for his advantage. You could have helped me out. You're a jerk. You knew that he'll dump me.
What if I knew?
You knew your wife was being tricked, but you never told her. How can you do this to me?
How can you do this to me? You were the one having an affair, cheating on me for so many years. I don't care if you were being tricked or not. And if you even forced your daughter to pay for your money, she could have saved all the money she paid you for her future. Who do you think you are? You don't deserve to be Alice's mother.
I tried to break up with him several times, but he always stopped me. Then he asked me to help him with his investments. I just couldn't dump him after I agreed to help.
Stop making excuses. I don't want to hear them. You not only were tricked by your lover, but also betrayed your family and took away your daughter's money, which makes you a horrible wife.
I'm so sorry. I want to say sorry to Alice for everything I did. Let me apologize to you too, Jack.
Stop it. You're a stranger now.
Forgive me. I was wrong. Give me one last chance. Please, believe me.
I don't think it's worth it. We can't think of you as our family anymore. You're free to do whatever you want now. My ex-wife had to pay for compensation money and the money she took away from her daughter, as well as the money she withdrew from our savings. After all the payment, she lost everything. She's still in debt, so she'll have to pay them back somehow. She still has a few $1,000,000 to pay back, and I'm guessing she might end up bankrupt. Well, it's not our problem anymore. She's a stranger now. Even if she begged for help, we'll never help her. Both me and Alice moved into somewhere new where my ex-wife is unaware of. I'm enjoying and relaxing life after my divorce. I've blocked her from my contacts, and my lawyer is in charge of communicating with her, so I'm living a very stress-free life right now. I plan to support my daughter who's following her dreams and continue to be a good father I always try to be. I will always be there for whenever she needs me.